question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning. Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl, Reese, a.k.a. the best that ever did it. And I just want to say it's a beautiful day for me and mine, you and yours, them and they. Yes, honey. Well, as everybody know, yesterday was my man's birthday. When I say my man, I meant my little man. He's not little anymore. He a grown man. But that's my child's birthday. I can't call him my baby no more. I can just call him my son. Yesterday was my son's birthday. He turned a fabulous 30. Good googly muggly. I could just remember 30, a reflection of that time and that moment of that goodness on Thursday. At 30, I'm sorry. Today is Thursday. Ooh, today is Friday Eve, y'all. So I hope y'all got something big and bold prepared and planned for the weekend. This weekend, myself and Michelle Pucciarelli is going to do midnight. I want to say it's a midnight, this late night uh, open mic thing. She got us signed up for. So this should be interesting. I never did this before, but yeah, scheduled for Saturday night. I got to come back and tell you guys how that turned out and all that good stuff. Woo! But baby, like I said, this has been a hectic week since last week for me. I've been going since last Thursday nonstop, and I haven't really got a chance to catch up on the news so I could come and talk to you all. But when I did catch up on the news, all I kept seeing is shootings. You know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just like madness all over the place. All these different stories, and every time you turn on, somebody is getting shot or losing their life. And my heart goes out to the world. We need healing, people. There are a lot of sick people in the world, and one of the stories that kind of tugged at my heartstring the most is when that grandmother got shot in Hyattsville. Now she's from El Salvador. She came from El Salvador to bury her grandson. And in the midst, before they buried the grandma, a shootout started. What they say, 5 bullets rung out. She's sitting in the car, and her daughter thought that she was having a diabetic attack because, they didn't know she got shot. A couple of bullets pierced through the car and shot her in the back. Isn't that awful? Now, grandma wasn't the intended target, but so this lady loses her son and her mother at the same time, during that grieving period. And my heart just went out to her. That's a lot, and we got to be thankful for everybody that got 10 toes down, we really got to be thankful of the life that we got. And we got to try to live better and do better, not just for yourself, but for each other. You
That's
know,
true.
that's just something. Hey, good morning, Blue Phoenix. I see my girl Phoenix in the house.
Ah, how are you?
Hey, girl. Yesterday, it was your nephew's birthday,
I know.
so he didn't get a chance to do what he wanted to do with the fellas because he had to work a double today. He wanted to go out, drink, and turn up and all that good stuff, but he couldn't. And I'm so proud of him because he's making adult decision, girl. Lately, 30 has been looking good on him.
Yeah, but he always has time to enjoy himself. He is only responsible for him, which is great. Uh, so if he wants to party on a Wednesday, he can. If he wants to party on a Monday, he could. But
But he hit me with, "Well, I got to do a double tomorrow. I'm getting old," and I'm just laughing. I'm like, when Louisa, do you remember when we started saying, "Nah, I can't hang. I'm getting too old." He's already.
man, I ain't never said that. I just never could hang because I was always a mom, and I
Oh,
wasn't into
true.
going out. I wasn't into partying anyway. But I just was always a mom. So by the time I got 30, I was married and had what,
Five kids.
four kids, and
Cool.
because I had my youngest, I had her at 31.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was well. Number five came at 31, so I was way into adult life.
Wow. But now, as the number five getting older, time to get her butt on out, boop, boop. And then you can
But
get back to Louisa's life. Hey. And then,
and I'm working on it now because I need to find out what Louisa's life is. Growing up, I always had responsibilities as the older sister, and that comes with the responsibilities in itself on top of having extra responsibilities as a extra parent in the house.
don't I
So I was
know
the
it?
third parent in the house. And so I never really got to figure out who Louisa was. I had an idea of what I wanted to do. I would do poetry, I would, draw and stuff like that. But as an adult with five children and now divorced, I am figuring out who I am and what I like to do and what I want to do. And so it's amazing to actually allow yourself to go through the notions and progress. Um, but as long as you stay off his back, screaming his neck. What you talking about, Slicky? Um,
Tyree.
oh, yeah, it's amazing to find out who I am, and I'm glad I'm able to do that as a woman, as an adult woman. Because even as a teenager or in my 20s, if I was able to party, that doesn't necessarily mean that I know who I am. So now, as adult who was going through my healing process and that is able to implement those things not only within myself but within my children and those around me, I really like me. I've always have liked me, but and always have been comfortable enough to be in a room by myself, be home by myself, just do things by myself. But I date myself. I take myself out. I do different things like that, and
Look, I
it's
used to
really
be able
cool.
to do that and date myself when I had a job making money. I
Oh no,
would
you
do
you
that
don't need money. I don't
to
I
take
don't
myself out
Yeah,
if
I
I
don't
want to
spend
go
a
out
lot of
to
money on
dinner.
myself. If I Let me tell you something, you can take yourself out on a picnic. You can go to the zoo, museums. You can walk around we got the harbor. You can do all types of things that you don't have to have money for. You dating yourself just means you are taking yourself and spending time with you. That could be in the
Oh,
house in the book. That can
yeah, I do
be
that a lot. To
going to the
spend time with
pool.
me.
Go to
But
the
I
pool.
I miss getting my hair done. I miss getting my nails done.
Yeah, I
I miss
feel that.
getting my feet done and the massage and on the legs.
Yeah.
I miss that pampering side.
And you can do
And
that
that
too.
costs.
It's just having to budget that, because I have to do, because I'm not working outside the home right now. And so when I do get money, I have to budget. Of course, you gotta pay your bills and stuff, but
Exactly.
you gotta budget. But the thing is, anything you get you some polish and polish your own nails.
I tried that. My whole
Mhm.
toe was pink. I'm like, what the? And then I tried clipping my own toenail, trying to do it. My toe was bleeding, and the
Oh,
doctor
really?
said I can't do my toe no more. He was like,
Yeah.
"You can cause an infection and something."
Lord.
And I'm like, I tried to, I used to be able to. I had the manicure set with the
Right.
little 4 stones, the file that you file down, and the clear you put over and all of that. But lately, with this double vision that is going
Okay, I
on,
got you.
and the single vision, I'm messing up some stuff, because I said, wait a minute, I can see it. I think it's a toe. I think I can clip it. I think I've been done cut my meat on the side and
Lord have mercy.
bleed, and then because of the neuropathy,
Yeah,
the
you can't
nerves,
tell. Yeah.
until I see the blood, I'm like, wait, is and the last time I messed with my toe and got some blood, I lost it. So it's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
will.
you what you can do is um you can go get them done. It's a place up in Chevy Chase, which is very far, but I think it's black owned. And I think I want to go there. So maybe I'm gonna get some money for us to go. So we can go get that special treatment.
A special spa treatment. Just let me know how much it is, and I'll budget myself out. I'll ask my brother Slicky Woo Boo for some money. Can I have some
Yeah,
money?
that'll be his brotherly gift to you. So we have Slicky, we got hey Molly, we got James and Michelle here.
Oh,
Great day,
Jay.
you guys. Great day, Michelle. Great
Great
day,
day,
James and
Michelle.
Slicky and Molly.
Yeah, Mama Drama in the comments. Did you catch yesterday Wellness Wednesday? Michelle be cutting up.
No,
Michelle
I
trying to
was in
kill
class.
me. Weezy, I'm gonna tell it to her. Michelle trying to kill me. Her ass is like an Energizer bunny, and this chick go. I got to get my body back up into being able to move. I got a
True.
step counter on, and it tells me how many steps that I'm doing. So let me ask you a question. If I don't go out and do steps, I had this conversation with Misha. If I just get up and run to the back and run back to the back several times, does that count as steps, or am I
Yeah,
cheating?
anything you do, you can walk in place. If you can't get
Okay,
outside, you can walk in place, march in place, you can exercise. That counts as steps because you're moving.
okay.
Yeah,
So I
you
thought I
can
had
walk
to
in,
be
march
out
in
of the house.
place. That's still exercise. I'm telling you, if you march in place for a certain amount of time, guarantee you're gonna be sweating.
I know I will. Girl, see, my
Yeah.
legs gonna be hurting too.
Well,
And
look, you got
what
your steps
about
in.
doing I know dancing counts, but what about doing like the chair aerobics? Does that count?
Yeah, all that is movement, and they are and chair exercises have become very very popular, and it's good for those who
Can't stand up for long.
yeah, and it helps build your strength up so when you can move, you'll be able to do it. He's talking about hiding the ass, Michelle. Freaky, you always talking trash about somebody.
He always talking about. He always look. Michelle let you know she is sexy. She said we are going to get. I can't even do it like she do because it hurt my shoulder. She go, my chest too big. It hurt.
Oh
Ow,
goodness.
that hurt. I can't shake the girls like I used to. My back ain't strong like I used to in my neck. And I mess up around, shake these girls to be tilted over out the chair. No, I get them to
You know.
swing. Y'all laughing, but that's real. I told you the story about me. I swung and got up, went down too quick, and titties went
Yeah.
to the right and fell in the closet.
Oh
That
my God.
girl,
I'm
that is.
sorry.
And then you like, what happened? How did that happen?
I
My
know how it
boobs
happened.
hurt, the pit and the pendulum, and it weighs you down.
It
Ah,
really does.
and they don't understand. People don't understand. This 50 pounds. I'm 50 Tyson. I'm like, this 50
Oh my
pounds.
God. So what is on the agenda for this Thursday?
This Thursday is Tall Tale Thursday. We're gonna hear a couple of stories that you ain't gonna believe. Molly, pull up my National Association Acceptance for Fat People. I'm a bust all of their asses. My
Oh,
Molly getting my NAFTA video up, my NAFTA. Now I got a place where big people can go and raise their cheeseburger. I told you there was such a place, and I'm going to go and I'm going to tell it. And I want to do an all fat comedy tour called Busting at the Seams. I got to find every comedian that's over 200 pounds. Let's get on that stage and break it down. Because there's a lot of fat comedians out here. They don't want us to get up there and shine, especially the fat women. They don't want us to get up there and shine, but I'm ready to break somebody's stage down. Now, raise your cheeseburger.
Don't break the stage because then you got to pay for it.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to crumble. Because somebody said, Reese, you funny, but you just not sexy. Oh, who said I wasn't
Oh, my
sexy?
goodness.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You got to do your hair, wear sexy clothes, wear some heels. I'm like, look, don't you know that I am disabled? I am not a diva in stilettos, okay? But I'll be a bitch in some Birkenstocks, okay?
You know what? Sexy is not just showing your clothes, because you can be very sexy, fully dressed, and mysterious. Mystery is sexy too. People forget about that.
That's
There's
what
so
I
much
think.
naked ass and boobs everywhere and ding-a-ling swinging. Everybody's desensitized to how beautiful just clothing is, just how beautiful a woman or a man, that oh my gosh, a man in this, oh my gosh, let a man walk
Man in
past that
a
is
suit look
nicely
good.
dressed, even if it's not necessarily a suit, just a nice clean outfit, and he smell good too. Oh my gosh.
Whether he's big or small.
Yeah,
That's
if you and the thing is, you don't have to go spend thousands of dollars to dress nice. You
But
can
big
have your
people
clothes.
clothes Weezy costs more. That ain't
I
fair.
know, but what I'm saying is, you don't have to have the name brand clothes to look nice. You don't have to spend all that money just to look nice. Because a lot of the clothes that I have, I don't spend no thousands of dollars on. I have clothes and I mix and match my clothes. First of all, hey Larry, hey Yogi, I mix and match my clothes, and I make nice outfits. I don't have to spend thousands. First of all, I have children. So I don't know what I'm not about to sit here and go broke over no clothes. I can have a whole wardrobe and I don't spend all that money. And most of the time I don't even buy myself stuff unless I absolutely need it.
Right.
So you don't have to, as long as you're clean, your clothes clean, you keep it neat. You don't have to do all of that. I'm a well-dressed man and a well-dressed woman are very attractive.
Yes, they
And
are.
match that with some wonderful personality. Hey Kenneth, you
Yes,
got
they
a good
are.
thing.
We're talking about not just the well just man, when we're talking about the big man and the big woman, we get different treatment than our smaller counterparts, because I've experienced it myself. And then that make me have to act blignant. And for those of you who don't know who blignant is, a word I made up, and it means black ignorance. I had to get blignant. Was black ignorance, meaning I had to act like a fool, but I had to act like a fool that ain't got no sense. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Don't cut in front of me for that. Don't you see me here? I know you see me here. You can't miss me. You can't miss me. Even Stevie Wonder see me standing here. You can't miss me. But I've had very bad treatment as being a heavier set person, or stairs
Yeah,
and
and
looks
that's
and stuff.
that's
You
true. But the
know,
thing is, people that treat those who are not like them like that have no sense and they have problems. Kenneth said, buy those high end clothes. You can buy clothes that are good clothes and not spend thousands of dollars on them.
I'm gonna go to the thrift store, kid. If I'm gonna go
Oh,
to
I
the
love the thrift store. I
rich
find
white
so much
area
nice
where
stuff in
you
the
could get you
nice
some
store stuff in the thrift
Balenciagos
store.
that they
You can
don't
get
wear no
nice
more.
stuff in the thrift store. I recommend everybody shopping in the thrift store, because
That
the people that spend, like you said, they spend all that money on them clothes and they send them in there. I have went into the thrift store and found tags still on clothes, and they
and
were
it
nice
depends on what
clothes.
thrift store you go to, Weezy. Tell them
Yeah.
that. Give them that
Well,
disclaimer.
that is true. Well, no, because I used to go to the one in Eastover and find some really nice stuff. They closed that though. But it does depend on what area you go in. The further down, like the further away you go from the city, they have really nice clothing in their stores. Area where it's predominantly Spanish have a lot of nice clothing in their store, because if it's Spanish,
Go
they
to
maybe
the one
white.
in
Um,
Potomac,
to the
Maryland. Tell them,
yeah,
Weezy.
further out. And I'm not saying that us here in the urban areas or the black folks or Spanish people or whatever here don't give away clean clothes. A lot of times we pass our clothes down, so we don't send it into the thrift store.
Right.
But if you go to those other areas where it's predominantly white or in areas where they are well off financially, they do send their clothes to the thrift store. They don't pass their stuff down, you know.
Nice stuff. See, black folks, let me give y'all a difference of black folks that don't have a lot of lucrative money. Rich people. Rich people will wear their stuff 1 to 2 times and pass it on. People that's not rich will wear their stuff out. They will wear the sole out of a tennis shoe. Then they can
Look,
pass it on.
if I
You
bought
get
that shoe,
some
I'm gonna
way.
wear my damn shoe. I'm tell you
You
right
pay
now.
$300 shoes of Jordans, you know, the red bottoms are gonna be bleeding for real. It's gonna be blood in your foot. Red
I'm gonna tell you
bottoms
one
and
thing
red
right
bottoms.
now. If my kids, because I don't buy Jordans and stuff. Their father buys them, you know, those type of shoes, which if that's what he chooses, fine. But my thing is, my kids are gonna wear this. Yeah, stereos too. You can find all types of stuff in the thrift store, but my kids are going to wear their things that they bought. Now, I'm very big on giving away things. I just gave away a bag of tennis shoes the other day and sent it to their school that was still some good. I keep my children's clothes clean. I keep them neat. And I give away their clothes. I have taken big construction bags of clothes to the thrift store because I know other people need it. But if I don't, because sometimes I don't like taking stuff to the thrift store because I know they're going to sell it. I'd rather give it to somebody that I know might need it. So I used to give out clothes to my neighbors. I take clothes to the schools for the kids who need clothes. Because I keep my children's clothes clean now. Of course, kids mess up clothes, so the stuff that's messed up, I'm not gonna give away. But the clothes that I'm able to salvage, I fold up, I wash. Well, it's usually clean anyway, but I wash, I fold up, and I give it away. Down here in DC, there is a Bread for the City, a place called Bread for the City where people can go get clothing, they can go get food, they can get legal services, different probably medical, because the new one they opened up, I think, has a doctor's and a dentist office in there. They provide all these services. So I used to take bags of clothes to Bread for the City. And I've even been in there and looking for clothes because I couldn't find certain things for my kids. My kids have always been bigger than their actual age because apparently me and my ex-husband breed giants. Okay. And so I used to go in there and see what they had. I find little stuff, but I will always bring stuff too. And I would see somebody walk, you know, I might see somebody one day with it on. I'm like, oh wow, they did, you know, they could wear, you know, and it feels good to know that you're helping other people and they don't have to pay for it. So I did that before I moved. I went down there and took 3 big construction bags of clothes and shoes and coats and stuff down there.
Cause you got
And
5 kids, you can
yeah, and
feel.
myself and even because before I moved, I had my family there, and I'm like, look, what y'all don't want, give it to me. I'll wash it. I'll take it down. I used to do that all the time. Now my closet is not like it used to be, which is fine. But if I want to buy something, I will. But I will give away something too. So.
All righty, let's get on to the video. Talking about, I'm gonna call. I got some people I'm gonna call when y'all start discriminating against fat people.
Hi, this is Amanda Cooper, PR Director for NAFA. 2023 is the year that I hope we go from representation to legislation, with wins in state houses throughout the country, protecting the rights of fat people to thrive at any size.
Hi, my name is Christina. I'm the governance chair at NAFA, and I wish everyone luscious, jiggly fat hugs in the new year.
My name is Darlene Howell. I'm the Administrative Director of NAFA. My wish for 2023 is hope, happiness, opportunities, purpose, and every dream come true.
Hi, my name is Dawn Clark, and I'm a board member at large for NAFA, and I wish a year full of liberation for everyone.
Hi, this is Elaine Lee. Just wanted to wish everyone a happy, healthy, and joyful new year.
I'm Marcy. I'm the Director of Fashion Industry Relations at NAFA, and I just want to wish you a fabulous holiday filled with love, positive energy, and most of all, lots of fat sparkle. There's only one you in the world, and that means you're amazing.
I'm Tamara, Social Media Director of NAFA, and I wish you a fat and fabulous new year.
My name is Tegan, and I am the Advocacy Chair at NAFA. 2023, I wish you more time with people you love and people who make you laugh.
I'm Tigress. I'm the chair of NAFA, and I wish you a 2023 where you feel safe and seen and supported and surrounded by love and community.
My name's Trevor Keyson. I'm a NAFA board member, and I'm wishing you lots of fat joy in 2023.
Since 1969.
Yep.
And what does NAFA mean? What do they stand for?
National Advancement Acceptance, Fat Acceptance.
Wow.
Yeah, because it started the story started about when this man, wife wasn't accepted. They was treated different, mistreated the regular woos and woes. And he started a support group, and they started together because fat people want to be accepted and treated like humans too. There's always a stereotype of stigmatism associated with being a plus size person. Molly, I just sent you something. If you could put that on what I just sent you, it's not a video, nothing, but if Louisa could see it, if she could read off what names of fat, what is assaulted to fat people, like, oh, you anti-fit or you anti-move, walking. They will always say slick ways, and they would look at us sideways and stuff like that. But back to the story of how, this is Tall Tale Thursday, but this is some true stuff. So they got together. People were getting passed up on the job for promotions. Can you see that, Weezy? And read that?
Yes. It says these common phrases are actually fat shaming, anti-fat bias. Oh, go ahead.
No.
We trying to get to the phrases. You've lost weight. You look great. Okay. You can go ahead.
I used to hear this a lot. Reese, you too cute to be fat. What the hell does that mean?
You're not fat. You're beautiful.
But that all my life, even my so-called people that claim to love me, you too cute to be that big. What does that mean? I'm not cute because I'm big. You too cute to be that. Oh, I heard that all of my life, my natural born life growing up. So what are you trying to say? If I wasn't this big, I'll be cute. I beg to differ, because I know some people that was big and got real skinny, and guess what? They don't look no better. Actually, some people look worse.
Another one is what you would say to yourself, I'm having a cheat day. And they basically saying that a cheat day implies you can only have one day like this, otherwise you'll get fat. It's really a troubling phrase. Another one that says, I'm going to be bad and have this cookie. Basically saying that I'm going to be like those people by eating the cookies. So if this is something somebody's saying in regards, so like say someone smaller say I'm having a cheat day, or someone smaller say I'm going to be bad and have this cookie, as if because you had this cookie you're going to end up fat.
Yep. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be. Look, bitch, you 145 pounds. Get out my face. Go get out my face. Go sit in the corner. I got 5 pounds to lose. I feel so disgustingly fat. Oh, I'm so bloated. Well, try having to lose 75 pounds. Try having to lose a small adult or a large child. Try having to lose a person off your back. So don't cry to me about 5 or 10 pounds, because you can do some crunches and do it. Now, when you get up to the double digits, when you really get up there, but I guess everybody body type is different. I'm going to tell you why I said this. Because when I was 190 pounds, I was fit. I might have been big and tall, but I wasn't hanging nowhere. I wasn't sloppy with it. I wasn't out of shape with it. I still was big. What happened when I lost my muscle definition and these drugs that make you blow up? And just for everybody that didn't know out there, you can't look at the scale and tell by how nobody look, because muscle weigh more than fat. First of all.
Okay, some more phrases. Your muscle does weigh more than fat, which is why you're supposed to come down to a closer size you want to be and then build muscle.
I mean, let me. That's an ignorant phrase. Muscle is heavier than a fat because a pound is a pound. So
Yeah.
let me take that back. So a pound of fat and a pound of muscle. A pound of fat look like a big ass glob, and a pound of muscle look like a little, because it's condensed.
Because it's solid, yeah.
Yeah, it's solid.
Another saying is at least you'll be skinny after being sick. Now that's ignorant.
Yeah, they used to say that time. Oh, I'm sick. Well, at least you lose a few pounds. But and then when you drill that into a person's head and you listen to this as children, our parents don't know that they're doing that to you and making you feel some kind of way. People don't know. But then when you grow up, you got all the stigmatisms and all of that. Let me tell y'all, some food is the drug because you would eat.
It is. It's the it gives you the feel good hormones that sex and chocolate does.
Endorphins.
Yeah, them endorphins. And so that was my thing. Food was my thing. I didn't do drugs. I didn't drink alcohol. It was either food or sex for me when I was stressed out because I was an emotional
scared
eater.
To do the sex. I wanted the sex. I did. But I was like, no, something gonna happen. No.
Nah, I was married, so I took full advantage.
Oh man. Girl.
I took full advantage. I was under a lot of stress. It was a lot of stress in our house, and he was under a lot of stress too. But we both were under a lot of stress. But it was either me eat or we having sex, and I didn't really want to do a lot of eating, so I had a lot of sex. And if I couldn't get sex, I was eating. So
that don't seem like a bad thing.
It is though, because all it does is mask your issues. So the issues that were there never got dealt with. So we're divorced now, still haven't gotten dealt with, but I'm dealing with those issues that I had myself. I'm dealing with those now because I didn't deal with them then. So things are coming up now. Things are spewing out and I'm dealing with them, but if I dealt with them before, I wouldn't have to deal with them now. Instead of me eating or having sex, I should have sat with myself, even though I didn't know how to do that. But I should have been able to sit with myself and be like, what's going on with you? Or I tried to sit with him and figure out what was going on with us, but both of us were having issues. So, if I had knew what I knew now then, it would have been a lot better. Not saying that the marriage would have gotten better. It might have, it might not have, but it takes two people to fix things. It takes two people. One person can't work on a marriage by itself. So I can't say that it would have worked, but I would have been better because I'd have been able to figure out what is going on with me and maybe been able to help him do the same, Well, let me read some of these comments. Kenneth said, if you don't have these flashy clothes, you don't mean sugar honey iced tea. I did read that. Slicky said, I don't discriminate. Fat girls, all right. Some of them as everyone. But a man said, all in the mindset. Molly said, everybody feel like a victim. Start a group, fat group, gay group, women's group, all to take away from the black people as a whole. Molly, I'm telling you, we had this conversation last night on my other show, and I agree. Slicky said he agreed. He also said some peeps don't give a fuck what they say. I know I'm one.
No, at least he honest.
but he gonna now. One thing about Slicky, he gonna tell it as it is, but he don't play about other people messing with other people. He don't play that. He can mess with you, but can't nobody else mess with you.
That's him. You don't do what I do. What I say. I'ma tell mama, or I'ma bust you in the lip. I get abused all the time. But is that love? That love taps punching me in the
brotherly love.
Lips. Picking with you. He want to put firecrackers in my hair, y'all, in my real hair, not my wigs. I can see you put over wigs all you want, but he want to tie firecrackers to the end of my real head. I'm like, is you crazy? But he is. He a little touch, but Molly's right. We got a group for everything. And I just think it's fair now. I can tell all the fat people in the world, unite. United we stand.
Molly said he should start one for short people. Look, it's a support group everywhere. And that's the thing.
One.
That's the thing.
It's called Shorties.
Is it really? Is it
There
really?
is a support group for short people. Yes,
Oh,
little people.
wow.
There is for the little people. It's already out there, Molly.
I
That's
think
it.
what we have to stop doing, and this is the problem that we do, we have to stop separating everything because I understand about what you're saying about the
Division.
discrimination against overweight people, men and women. But we really do need to stop doing that. We got to stop being selfish. I think if we stop looking at everybody as different, we wouldn't point them out because we're all the same. Some of us has got more fat and fluff. Some of us can't get fat and fluff. My brother been trying to gain weight for years. It's a couple of people I know that wants to gain weight, and I said, look, let me know, and I will give you what you need. Okay.
I gotta
But
give you what you need.
it's hard for people to, the thing is too, we have to understand that it didn't take us a week or a month or a year to gain this weight. So it's not going to take us
Not unless you on
that
pregnant.
quick. Well, yeah, true. Because the medication will blow you up. People forget that too.
Yes.
And hormones. But it takes time. Now you can lose a lot of weight within a year if you stay consistent and get with it. But the thing is, it's still a mental and emotional thing that you have to correct so you can continue down that road. Because if you don't correct that, or at least be working on it while you're trying to lose weight, you're going to fall back into the food. And also, like me, okay, so I've noticed that I have my back rows, my melon slices have been filling back up with juice, right? And, and I'm like, what in the world? But I do realize over the past month, I have been dealing with a lot of emotional stress. And so I've been eating and I didn't realize that's what I've been doing because I'm still working with the kids and I'm still moving around and I'm still doing stuff. But I was standing up one day getting dressed and I felt that roll. I'm like, whoa, when did you feel back? But it's important. Hi, Daryl. Let me see who else came in here. Fabian. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct.
That's
Fabian.
my cousin Fabian. Yeah, we got to go out to Illinois. We got to go out to the way he had on there. He told me I come out there put on some shows. Let me tell you something about Fabian. That man, just a 2-second size. He is a bandolero, meaning he sings love songs in Spanish.
Oh, wow.
He be like, Tondemundo.
No, you didn't say Telemundo.
He be singing a love song. You be like, I don't know what that knucker is saying, but
it sound good.
Yes, and he's a very handsome man. He's big and tall and charismatic because he be wearing them little hats. Like he think he Ricky Ricard. I think he's Cuban Pete. I really do.
Look, he's like, my name is Angela in here.
Hey,
yeah, but we gotta do the work. On top of the fact, what's this say? Oh, on top of the fact, the last one was I feel fat. When you hear someone say I feel fat, but okay, so we say that too, though. We do say I feel fat when we eat a lot of stuff that we shouldn't, or we might have drank too much, or we feel bloated. We all say that,
But that's because we were shamed to that. That's because that instead of saying I feel depressed, I feel sad, we say I feel fat. After you indulge, and that's the only reason why you did what you did because you was depressed. You wasn't feeling fat.
What does Fat Bastard say on Austin Powers? He said, "I eat because." Belly? No, he said, "I eat because." No, he said, I eat because
I eat because
I'm fat, or something like that." And I'm like, yeah, but I think it was something else too about him being depressed or stressed. I don't know, but that's real.
He wants some baby back ribs.
I don't know, yeah, something like that. But that's true. You eat to help ward off those feelings you get because you're fat, but then you're fat because you eating to ward off those feelings.
He said, I eat because I'm fat. I'm fat because I eat.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it was. Because we're eat because we're stigmatized and we're depressed about the weight. Sometimes it's not so much the weight, but it's how the people around us treat us because of the weight. That's what causes the depression. Depression.
We have to really work on treating
each other better.
Yeah, but we also have to take control of us. A lot of people, like in your case, the medication you take affects you.
That's now.
Yeah, but
before, when I was growing up little, I was always a butterball. They call me butter girl
yeah,
because
but see,
I
that's
was a
because of
yellow
how we eat
ball. I
and
like to eat butter.
what we no, but the thing is, we feed our children and we grow up on these things that cause us to gain weight. Some people don't, some people do. So it's the way we've been eating since we were younger, on top of the fact that we just kept on doing it because we have control. We are responsible for our own body, so we get comfortable sometimes. And it's like, well, I don't care. I'm this, I'm that. And I'm just a lot of big women that look
Wait a
gorgeous.
minute, Weezy, stop
But
right
what?
there. You just triggered something.
What?
When you said, I don't care. When I was a little girl, 7 or 8, I remember my mother used to tell me, because my grandfather would feed me. You don't want this cake. You're going to get fat. You don't want to eat that cake because you're going to get fat. Don't you want to be skinny like your sisters? And I used to tell her, I don't care. I don't want to be a skinny pencil. I'm happy being a fat magic marker.
Wow.
That just,
that memory popped up.
Yeah, when you say, I don't care. And it was like, I used to say that. But I was a child. I was a little girl.
Right. Yeah, you was
I
a little
wanted
girl.
that damn cake.
Yeah, and that's what I have to deal with my children, because my youngest likes food. And I'm like, okay, well, and I noticed, I think because of what they went through the divorce, me and their father got divorced, but they were part of it too, because they had to be in the middle of the division. And though, it was important to make sure that we didn't put certain things on them, they still were experiencing the separation, So I think that she might eat to deal with her issues. And so I've dealt with her, or I'm working with her with that, because she has gotten fluffy. Like, she has gotten fluffy. And I'm like, Mama, I said, me and you gotta eat some better things. And I, of course, buy fruit. I had vegetables. I cut up fresh vegetables and stuff and put it in the refrigerator. And so I'll pull it out and we'll eat some. And I've always done that. But sometimes I go get them other things that they ask for, because I don't keep it in the house. But if they ask for snacks, I might go get it. So I told her, and I tell all my children this, and I said, y'all, we're going to have to cut back on these snacks because it's not good for us. Y'all might not be gaining weight, but it might be doing something else that I cannot see, So I talk to them like that. And that's the big thing, because anything that I'm dealing with, it trickles down, because I create the atmosphere in my house. We as mothers do that. And so it is our job to make sure that we don't continue to pass down these quote unquote traditions of how we eat, or how we deal with stress, or how we deal with our emotions, how we deal with men, how we deal with women, how we deal with ourselves to our kids, because then they'll continue to do the same. And we'll never stop this process of one, overweight or health.
Now with Tyree, because everybody was like, oh, you feeding that kid too much of this. It wasn't that, because my mother used to always treat him every Friday. He could happy meal. I said, Mom, you got to do that. Stop doing that. But we found out the first 6 years of Tyree's life, they said that he had asthma, and they was giving him preventive medication. They was giving my baby
steroids
and stuff. Tyree, Dr. Frederick Corder, I'm going to say his name because you misdiagnosed my child. That is when I went to Dr. Ernest Myers at Howard University Hospital. They found out what was wrong with my child. He made it all the way up to the age of 6 with a cleft palate, and his uvula was biffed. That's why he couldn't breathe. That's why they called him a blue baby, because one time they had admitted him in the hospital because he was turning blue. Right there.
Oh my goodness.
You misdiagnosed that boy all these years and made him take these steroids and all this treatment and stuff. That's why Tyree at the age of 2 looked like he was 5.
Wow.
You seen some pictures. And then it was because they was like, oh, he couldn't breathe. We just felt like, oh, you were like, what's wrong with my child? And I was like, oh, I done passed the fat gene down to him. It's killing my baby. But he had other issues going. on, and they didn't find the right issues, and they was treating him for the wrong issues.
Right.
So, and that occurred the extra super weight gain, the super growth, I would say. And but once he got that done to take care of, he could breathe. He didn't have no more inhalers, no more nebulizers, no, because he never had asthma. That's not why he was experiencing cyanosis. It wasn't that. That's why he, you know, and everybody was like, you can't play. You got to sit there, you know, and he wanted to run around and play with the other kids. And we had to get him on the timeout because he would be out of breath and turn the colors. But that wasn't even it at all. But I'm glad that we found out. And usually people with a cleft palate had speech impairments or trouble eating. He didn't. I didn't know no better. I didn't know. So, you know, but the doctors
thankfully that you
know.
found it and he was able to get corrected. So now it is his responsibility to correct that himself, you know.
Yeah, now he just loves food. My grandmother and my mother to feed him to death. I remember when I was going to nursing school, I would drop this joker off. My grandmother would have ham, French toast, egg. I said, "Oh, what's the buffet, Grandma?" "No, this is not for you. This for my boy." Tyree would sit up at the table, kick his feet. I said, "Grandma, you got to stop feeding him like he's a grown man. He's not, Grandma. He's not." For the longest time, when Tyree was a little boy, he was getting 2 dinners. My grandmother was fixing what you call supper. Yeah. Tyree would eat a breakfast and lunch. Then at 4 o'clock, my grandmother was feeding him supper. I did not know that she was feeding him supper. I would come home from work and make him dinner.
Yeah, he'd eat.
Yes. Because I didn't get in until like 6 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, Tyree, I'm going to make dinner. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, Grandma, stop feeding him supper. She would cook, because my grandmother was the babysitter, you know. She would cook dinner. Old people's the only people that eat 3 or 4 o'clock. Supper.
Yeah, for dinner. For supper.
They call it supper dinner. 2 different things I found out. I'm like, but for the longest time, and I called myself putting him on a diet and getting him, you know, and he would never lose the weight. No wonder I was overfeeding the joker, not knowing. I was like, "Did you eat? No. You hungry? Yeah. I'm going to cook dinner. Okay, I'm going to cook dinner." And I stopped doing the fast food thing because I said he need home cooked meals. Well, that joker was getting 2 home cooked meals. And I told my mother, you can't give him, stop treating him with McDonald's. He getting fat. You know, you can't tell no grandma not to do for their grandbaby. They're going to sneak and do stuff anyway. The food. Then Tyree got into the habit that I would buy good stuff like pudding and Jello, and he would eat it all up. And I would go back and said, "I know there was 6 puddings in here. Why is only 2?" And he'd be like, "I don't know." I would look at the trash can. It ain't in the trash can. You know what he was doing with them empty containers? Putting them in my shoes in my closet.
What?
What? Yes, crazy stuff. Hiding it around the house. My sofa. I remember when I got rid of my sofa, cans and bags and snack bags, all kinds of stuff fell out because he would go down in the kitchen. I'm like, that is so freaking trifling. I'm like, why would you do this? Why would you? Because he used to hide it under his mattress and under the bed in his room. Tall Tale Thursday. You can't believe it. And it was anything. He would overeat anything good. I would buy fruit. But it's just like he was eating an emergency. But I think he was eating his emotions too. I think he was feeling some kind of way, you know, and because the kids went outside, they would tease him because he'd be a big boy. Tyree was like a quiet giant. My son is a gentle giant. He's not loud. He doesn't do all that loud talking. I'm loud. I'm outburst type. Tyree, anybody know him? He's so sedate. He sit back, he quiet. But when that joker go off, he's like a wrecking ball. And you won't know it and you won't see it coming. You know, like I remember I got in I got called to his junior high school. He got fed up with this little boy and beat the dog mess out of him, choked him out and everything.
Well, let
And
me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. I was just saying his emotions, his eating,
Yeah.
and I didn't know, and that he was. I didn't know he was being bullied in school.
Oh, wow.
I didn't
That
know.
would explain a lot too, though. This says, what should you do if you hear someone say something fat shaming? These phrases are pervasive in our culture, so it's reasonable to think you will hear someone utter one soon. It is important to recognize that not everyone feels safe pushing back against this stuff. There is such a stigma against fatness in our culture, Byron said. Additionally, it's not safe. Additionally, it's not safe for everyone to push back, and she added that it's important to protect yourself mentally and physically in these situations. You are under no obligation to say anything if a fat shaming comment has been directed at you and you don't feel safe in the situation, Byron explained. I think if you're a thin person listening to a comment that is fat shaming, you are probably in a more safe position to say something about it. She suggests the following comments and noted that I feel or I don't comments can be more comfortable approach. I say this. Those in the DMV, DC Metro, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, Northern Virginia, most of us grew up joning. Most of us grew up fighting. Most of us grew up, with siblings or uncles, aunts, family members. And, so even though you may have been bullied, we tend to defend ourselves a little bit different here. So if we hear somebody say something about us, either we're not going to say nothing at all to prevent ourselves from doing something, or we're going to say something, or we're going to do something. So that's a little bit different, right? That's a little bit different here. As an adult, I say either ignore it, or if you know the person, like, hey, what you say bothered me. You can take the adult approach. And two, usually people say things and it may bother you because you already think that about yourself. So if you feel upset because some idiot says something to you, the only thing you can do is work on you.
Weezy. Two magical words. 2 words that you could say with some idiot say something to you. And that works for adults and children. 2 words.
What's that?
Your mama. Say something to me. Your mama. Look at you, fatty, fat. Your mama.
Oh, what they say? Your daddy ain't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Or your mom ain't have it, depending on who's talking. But that's how we do here. That's how we do here. And other places have, their way of dealing with things, but that's how we do here. But honestly, I think we really have to begin to do that inner work and work on us. Whether you can lose weight or not, it's all you. You live with you. You deal with you every day. So it's important for you to get yourself together, because people are going to be dumb. People are going to say things. People talk about those that have been in accidents. People talk about those that were born with disabilities. There's no way to get away from those talking about others. So the best thing that you can do is work on you and say F whoever got something to say,
Yeah. Because they talked about Jesus. They said, look at them shoes he wearing. Like he been walking for days. Look at them dusty sandals. And Jesus showed up right now. They said, look at that torn cloth he got on. Look at them thorns in his head. Look at that blood. Look at that. They would say, look at that. Look at that. Look at that funny neck wear. Look at that this. Look at that. Oh, you big this or you big that. You big, that is our culture. We are cruel people with cruel intentions. And only a few of us, like me, yourself, and Molly, shine bright like a diamond. See, we got to shine bright for the other diamonds. Ain't that right, Molly? Yep. Molly, ain't that right?
You know it.
you know.
13, 14, 15 years of age. Dang. 13, 14, 15, huh, Slicky? You know that.
They called you Fat Albert the whole time.
They call him Fat Albert. I think it's a woman thing, though. Only women.
No, because they call
I'm
me
about to
Fat
tell you
Althea.
why. Because it's a show called Fat Albert. You're not Fat Reese, Fat Brittany.
No, they call me Fat Althea.
I know
They forgot
Fat
my
Joe.
government name.
I know Fat Joe. Anybody you know anybody that's a male, they name Fat Boy, Fat Rat, Fat this. It's when it comes to women, they don't like to be called fat. And then if you mention something fat, women, not little girls, not teenagers, grown ass women, when you should be old enough to not let words get to you. If somebody around you and they fat shaming you, they not your friend. Why even be around them or hang around them? Now, when you're a kid, you joan back. You know, if I call somebody fat, they call me short. You know, I ain't gonna be going around, oh, he called me short. We should start a short group. They do this. I just don't like that. You know, people play them and then they start making videos like the world against them. I remember fat jokes. They're like, you so fat. Every time you turn around, it's your birthday. If you say them type of jokes today, you getting banned and everything. If you can't even say the word fat, don't make sense. I call my daughter fat girl. Damn it, till she was like 10 years old. She was a little fat baby. I was like, come here, that's my fat girl. That's my fat girl, this fat girl. And it never bothered her. And I know now she got older, she got a little slimmer and she got taller, but I just never understood that. I think it's a girl thing. A lot of my friends that's fat, they man, sit your fat ass down. Your fat ass always starting shit. You know, and it just never bothered them. It's just the girls. Whenever I had
they might not speak on it though.
Oh yeah, they might not just speak on it. I don't think it bothered them. Like Slicky, y'all might say he just not speaking on it, but I don't think it bothered him. Once you become an adult, I just think certain things like that shouldn't bother you. It's too many other things like black people still fighting for rights, but they find ways to split. Oh, a fat group, it's fat white people, Chinese people, Asian people. Oh, it's gay rights, it's gay Chinese people, black people, white people. So it ain't never about us. They find way. Oh, women's rights, yeah, white women, black women, Chinese. But when it's just about black people, we never get nothing changed. But when it comes to other laws and groups, they make shit happen. So I don't be with none of that.
Exactly.
But you know what? I don't care what they call me. It's how they treat me. You know, you call me whatever you want, but not giving me no gigs or not booking me on shows because I'm fat. Now that's something totally different. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to hinder my growth, my revenue flow, because you're being prejudiced of what I look like. And I think that right there is wrong. So yeah, I'm a march for that. Let me earn my wages too. I can go out there just like the next person and show my ass. But you stop cutting me off at the roots because you don't like the way I look. I'm not fashionable. I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't give a F. I just want to go out there and tell my jokes and be silly and clown. I just want to make people laugh. And the same people that
about the dirty people out here or crackheads. You know, if a crackhead just want people to accept him for being dirty and stinky, should we? Like, that's up to you. I just like, if you fat and somebody don't want you to be part of what they got going on, that's on them. They got the right to say, nah, I don't want this type of people. I want a person to be this certain size to fit this certain role. Ain't nothing wrong with that, because if they needed a person to play a fat girl, they can't go get a skinny girl. They're gonna need to find somebody fat. Do the skinny girl say, I feel like that's unfair because it ain't equal because we can't play those roles?
That's not true, Molly, because Gwyneth Paltrow played a fat girl in Shallow How. They put a fat suit on people.
I was just thinking
they ain't got no skinny suit to put on me. It's discrimination.
Nutty Professor, all that to be funny. He played more than one character.
But he played
there's a lot of fat famous people out here. Lizzo is one of the most famous fat people out here. Like, we got to stop acting like
she show her body too.
Like fat people. Yeah,
right.
She show her fat body, but they really make it seem like the world don't like fat people. Name some fat people you don't like, or name some fat people that you know that people don't like. Name a person that you know personally, like me, Slicky, or Louise, anybody that don't like fat people. All this comes from TV and media, stuff that you see in the movies, how they treat certain people. I don't see people really getting treated badly just because they fat, but I see people getting treated badly just because they black all the time.
But Molly, I was told the discrimination and why that they want a certain whatever. You know, you got it. You know, so that's why I was like,
yeah, but their image, that's their image. And like he said, if they don't want you, then F them. They gonna have to take your wonderful talents and your stuff
And I
elsewhere
go
where you're
someplace
accepted.
else. That's
And
why I
Daryl said every group get talked about. It comes with territory. And we have Kimberly Brown. She said, "Good morning."
good
Slicky said,
morning.
"Hey, God and I love you. Later, be safe." So and it's true. Everybody get talked about. My thing is this: you ain't got to like me, sweetheart. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to like how I look. Just don't disrespect me or don't do something that's gonna cause me to slap the shit out you. I mean, slap the mess out you. Excuse me. I'm working on my language, y'all, because it's not ladylike. But yeah, just don't do that. I'm cool, I'm chill. We can hang out all day. Just don't do anything. One, don't touch me. I'm very big on that. If I do not allow you in my space, don't touch me.
Louisa, are you
Yes,
going to be
ma'am.
available tomorrow?
To do what? The show?
Come on the show.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday, Molly, fill me out. I want to do the show topic, Freaky Friday. This is getting along about being freaky. Fat sex. Would you do a fat girl? Or would you do a fat guy?
And that's the thing. Like, just because I won't have sexual relation with a fat girl, that have fat girls out here marching like he should fuck me too. Like it's no way he should pick a skinny girl before me. No, I'm fucking 5'3". I'm 135 pounds. What the fuck I look like?
First and foremost, he already knows what he can do. This is what I've been told. This is what I've been told.
I ain't trying to do all that, man. But I wasn't discriminating. I found her attractive. There's some big pretty girls out here, but they ain't nothing for me. Most times, But at the end of the day, I don't feel no certain way when girls be like, I don't like short boys.
Right,
plenty of times. I heard it from some of the girls I dealt with. Like, I ain't never thought I'd talk to a short dude, but
and that's the thing. What does it matter about your height? That's one of the problems. But you know what I've heard? I've heard this. A guy told me, he said, a man, when you see men with bigger women or women with bigger men, they already know what they can handle. So you see a smaller guy or regular, quote unquote, regular sized guy with a big sized woman, he already know his limits. He with her because he know he can handle her. I'm with you, Molly. I understand.
Molly, you can't lift them legs.
I don't even know. I never really attempted to. I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to.
Right.
But if it was
Molly
to
said
come
he
that
attracted
way,
to what he can handle. Molly's like, I'm right here. I can't be like come on, person. Come on.
I'm just saying we a little more flexible than you think. That's all.
some girls out here. My nephew like nothing but big girls. He's same size as me. So I know it can be
wow.
But that's what he attracted to. If he see a girl small, he's like, oh, she ain't got no meat on her bone. I ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, and that's and everybody has the right to feel that way. But like you said, somebody beat a mark some he should fuck me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a band of fat girls to come march on your house. I'm gonna bring the big girl
cousins, they're gonna be my cousins, probably.
Look, no, have him march and he gonna sell them all the daggone sea moss.
Sea moss, somebody.
You gonna make you some money that day. They're gonna be thirsty.
I ain't gonna be thirsty or hungry.
I already know when she said she getting a group of big girls marching, I already stopped listening and they not marching. Big girls marching. Come on. She didn't even know she was doing steps by actually walking to the bathroom. Like, them are still steps, Reese. It's a workout. Everything
you play too much.
He right. I can told her we wasn't marching on no Capitol. I told you we got to push me up there.
Play too much, yeah. So you didn't even know you was taking steps.
She ain't even know. But I ain't got nothing against big girls. I just don't like them to play victim because they can beat the shit out of half of the people. I just be looking at big dudes like, how you a big dude and you getting bullied in school? He called me fat.
Oh my goodness.
The nigga is half your size. Snap his fucking neck. Like, what the hell did you talking
That's
about?
what I be saying.
It never made sense to me. And then you watch movies, the bully be a big fat dude on the playground. You're like, hold on, ain't that the nigga that they be making cry in real life because they call him fat? Like, it never makes sense to me. It's the kids.
Freaky Friday question tomorrow. I'm putting it out there, y'all. The panel, would you do a bigger? Because I just had this conversation yesterday. I was talking to Trayvon, and I was like, a lot of people act like they don't want to be with a big girl in public, but behind closed door will break a big girl down like a fraction.
See, who
They
tells
would
you
clean
that?
that bowl like a chicken, but clean it like a chicken
Lisa,
bowl.
man, stop doing that, man. We
Stop
need to
doing
find
what?
a word for that.
Found word for what?
It's not fat shaming. It's fat something else, like blaming, like
This
everything.
discrimination.
Yeah, everybody against fat people. Like you can't. I see dudes outside with fat girls all the time. You'll find one case and then say that's like what it is. Like you can't be seen out in public with fat people because
No,
then
no,
you
I said
take
the
them
people
home
won't be.
and bang
There's a
them
lot
out.
of guys that
Who
won't.
is
That,
these guys? We need not to talk about them guys. There's a lot of guys who do the opposite. There's some guys that do what you talking about. Because I see a lot of dudes out there.
Remember, I had a dude just in 2007 told me I wasn't fit for society. Remember, I told y'all about that, and I had to rise up like a black bear and wreck. I
He
told
ain't
y'all
most people though. That's one person.
because he was like he was talking for the people, speaking for the people of America. We're gonna say that for tomorrow. That's what he said. That it's America though, like society don't want fat people. Da this, da that, da. If they win a war, everybody had to go off the grid. Fat people be the first people to die. Da this, da that. And I'm just looking at him like, you gonna be the first one to die because I'm about to kill your ass, nigga. Get on out of my house. You gonna talk shit in my house? In my house.
You know, like
that's Su Casa, Viva, Iaki. Get the fuck out. And I had to, I had to go there.
Reese, what happened to the guy that was on here supposed to take you out on a date, man? Sound like
she ain't reach out to him. You better reach out to him, Kiani.
Kiani Thomas. I got you, Laurel. I'm gonna get with him because I'm gonna do the fat girl spot at his spot. You got any steps in there? I got too many steps.
You better just go out on your date. That's what you better do. What's his number? I'm gonna call him for you. You playing game.
I just sent him an invite to the link.
Oh no, you did, Mom.
Like, nah, look, he'd be on the
Weezy, stop.
Send it to him tomorrow. Send it to him tomorrow.
Weezy coming on the show Freaky Friday. Michelle will be in the house on Freaky Friday. Lord of mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Freeze come out on Fridays. The Freeze come out on Fridays. Freaky Friday.
No,
tomorrow's going to be a freaky show. So Nene, if you out there, tune in because it'll be your kind of show. She like to get freaky with. Everybody can tune in. Tomorrow won't be misleading. I'm telling you now, it's going to be about sex and mayhem.
Yeah, don't bring up no Rosa Parks video.
I'm not going to bring. Look, I got put in my place. How you going to say Freaky Friday? We don't hear about people switching. We don't want to learn nothing educational about, except for what position is they doing next in the Kama Sutra.
Yeah.
Okay. I got y'all. It was received, rehearsed, only nonsense, crazy stuff on Friday. That's why Freaky. We're gonna cut the fuck up on Friday.
A good show again, y'all. See y'all tomorrow, same time, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Freaky Friday. Fellas, have y'all questions ready, man.
Kim, come on in the panel with Freaky Friday.
They don't want the Reverend in here.
The Reverend, no, Kenny like Freaky Friday.
Get the Reverend in here. Yeah, we're gonna get him in here.
Yeah,
Reese.
Okay. Good, y'all. Good day, you guys.